even care that he's 71. I am all in. Oh. Hi. That crinkly spot on my bed. I hope that drives you insane this entire time, because it's gonna drive me insane this entire time. But I'm not gonna fix it because I live on the edge. Oh boy, welcome back to my channel. And if you've never been here before, did you know that vacuum cleaners used to be horse-drawn? Now you do. If you have been here before, super. I'm happy to see that you're still alive. Good job on that. I'm glad you're all here, because today we're talking about if the human embodiment of oops, I did it again had a baby with the human embodiment of oops, I crapped my pants, and then that baby like pissed off the whole internet.
Miss Gabbie, hanna.
Now, if you do happen to be new here, or you're not new here and you just fucking forgot or didn't know because you're dumb, this is a continuation of a series that I have done before on this channel called Gabbie, Hanna, and the Toxicity of Stan Culture. The first two weren't particularly groundbreaking. The first one was just like me talking with a corneal abrasion, which has happened a few times. The second one was a little bit more to the point. We sort of use this series as a jumping off point to talk about all the things that Gabbie Hanna does and says that sort of perpetuates this stan culture around her that I happen to find incredibly toxic. Hence the title. It's Toxicity of Stan Culture. I feel like I probably could have just gone without explaining any of that and just said that it's the third installment of a series I do on my channel. This is a third installment of a series I do on my channel.
Start off real good.
Since the last time I posted a Gabbie Hanna video, which for the first time in a long time was a little bit longer than 5 minutes ago, a great deal of shit has come to light regarding Gabbie and her choices, decisions, faux pauses, shitty behavior, things that the community I consort with, the antis, as we are known, if you will, things that we not only knew about, but have experienced. Just as a quick example, the fellow in his 30s who decided to pull an essay of a child accusation out of Bellevue fuck nowhere, referring to this child that has yet to materialize as his friend. And as you can imagine, the Gabbie Hanna cult stans took this and ran with it as far and as fast as they could, taking it all the way back to Regina George herself. Have you seen the evidence? It's, again, dark.
Bitch, where?
Also,
Bitch, what?
what evidence? Some creep in Australia's baseless tweet that offered no context, no evidence, no victim. Yeah, that is pretty dark that someone would come up with that on the fly for no real reason. The fact that your minion stans would run with that so fucking hard. That's dark. For sure. Dark indeed. My favorite part was the stan who tried to argue just the other day that that wasn't Gabbie saying that she had seen the evidence. The implication in this tweet, Gabbie was implying that she had seen the evidence. Have you seen the evidence? It's dark. Implies that she's seen evidence, implies that she's implying that she has seen evidence. You cannot spin that no matter how hard you try. Nobody on the internet is that stupid. Sorry. The rest of them didn't seem to think that this was in any way disturbing or detrimental to do to somebody.
Just a casual, patently false sexual assault allegation.
It's like, how could that possibly affect anyone? Probably in a similar fashion to calling someone's former place of business and also trying to have their nursing license revoked. Not to mention the endless harassment, literal forgery, all of which they reduce down to drama, or being not that serious, or that we're like making shit up. Because here at the Gabbie Hanna School of "No, I didn't, you narcissistic, abusive gaslighter," you too can deny your part in any wrongdoings, contradict yourself at every turn, and then pretend everything is and always was perfectly fine. Here, you can master the fine art of backtracking, being confusing, parroting phrases you've heard Gabbie Hanna say over and over and over and over again completely incorrectly. Mental gymnastics. Don't forget to stretch. You don't want to pull something. How to say you're just trolling after inflicting copious amounts of damage onto people who suffer from real mental illnesses, just to own the haters. Defending Gabbie Hanna in the same breath you use to say that she's been doing very problematic things that you don't agree with. Being unable to be reasoned with. Being unable to have a civilized conversation with somebody you simply just disagree with. You too can graduate with a master's in manipulation. Now, in a series of leaked videos from Gabbie's top tier Patreon, which I'm not going to share here for the sketchy legalities of sharing content that was behind a paywall. These videos, Gabbie expresses some extreme paranoia. Honestly, she was sort of spiraling in this like paranoia that it almost became difficult to understand what she was specifically paranoid about. But in her sort of diatribe, she basically was talking about how essentially demanded a child send her a video sort of as proof of identity, and she nabbed their IP address, as if that is in any way like normal behavior for anyone, unless they're like balls deep in some kind of psychotropic drug habit. In these videos, Gabbie provided video evidence of her actually encouraging her top tier stans to go out and spam drama channels, comment sections, Twitter threads, all of it, with the truth, whatever the fuck the truth is supposed to be. Tell her side of the story, because she is insistent that she has been silenced with her millions of followers on various public platforms. The silence is deafening. She essentially encouraged her stans to harass people. Spamming people with the truth in the name of a creator is harassment. I mean, it's not somebody catcalling you on the street, but it's somebody crossing boundaries and forcing a narrative on you when you're minding your own fucking business. Gabbie gets some sort of sick vindication from all of this, I guess, right? What do the stans get? Her love? A scrap of validation from their fave for acting like a dick? The use of, and I hope I can find this screenshot, the use of "you'll be fed soon" in this post makes me want to vomit. Icky. Gabbie gets her vindication, the stans get fed their love and attention. It's completely deceptive. She convinces them that she's the victim. She plays on and preys on their sympathy for her, takes their money, and then encourages them to go to bat for her. Taking the one-on-one time that would be really cool to have with like a creator you're really enthusiastic about, she takes that time to gripe with them about her life one-on-one instead of just, I don't know, enjoying the experience of getting to meet each other, getting to ask each other questions, have a conversation. These people are paying a lot of money to listen to the exact same gripes Gabbie Hanna has publicly, only then they're being sort of pushed out like an army to harass people on the internet. Sounds awesome. If you get like a serotonin boost from like treating people like shit and being awful to them, this isn't even just Gabbie Hanna specific. Like if you're a stan of someone and like you go out and you act shitty to people on that person's behalf, and especially if the person who you are enthusiastic about, the person you are a stan for, if that person encourages that, you might want to consider that you might not be in a fandom as much as you are in a cult. So get that serotonin boost from being awful to people on your own behalf. At least there's a shred of dignity in that. I'm paraphrasing, but in this video, Gabbie says something to the effect of,
it's not like I'm sending my fans to bully people. My friends can have my back 100%. You guys are my friends. You guys, I'm getting to know you guys, you know, little by little, and you support me. We're friends.
Cut everyone off at the pass and say, you can't say I'm gassing my fans up to come for people because we're friends. I've already covered that base. Here's a few things about support in a friendship, in a relationship, just support in general. It's not always a monetary support, right? Support isn't a financial contribution. That would be like a service. That would be like rent a friend. It is my opinion that you guys are my friends was premeditated justification for in case that video got out. What happened to my hair? Who exploded? It sounds like premeditated justification for telling her stans to go attack people, in my opinion.
And a lot of people's opinion.
And I'm sorry, but if you see it as anything else, you are either a child, naive, stupid, or paying to be part of a cult. Patreon, and you don't understand boundaries. This is the textbook definition of a parasocial relationship, and abusing that parasocial relationship for personal gain. The people who received this message from Gabbie and have not yet distanced themselves from the situation, I want to make something very clear. I don't know you. I don't personally know Gabbie Hanna, but I do know that Gabbie Hanna is not your friend. There is no way on earth Gabbie would be able to pick you out of a lineup of all the other stans with her face as their profile picture. Emotional support in any relationship, particularly a friendship, is a two-way street. And judging by her radio silence while all y'all went to bat for her over the past few weeks, I'm gonna guess that that's only a one-way street in Gabbie Town. It says everything you need to know about all the fucks Gabbie gives about her paying customer biggest fans. And if you don't believe me, think about it this way. If you showed up at Gabbie's house tomorrow unannounced, would she still think you were her friend? Probably not, right? The sad truth is that even Gabbie's stans are a number to her. They are a dollar sign.
That's business, baby.
And I'm sorry, but at some point, these stans are gonna have to realize that the rest of the internet is not brainwashed to hate their fave. That it's okay that other people don't like Gabbie Hanna. I know Gabbie has this thing where people are not allowed to like dislike her. Otherwise they must face the wrath of 1,000 angry lies and accusations. It's simply not the case. Saying things didn't happen doesn't undo the fact that they did. I know the stans think that anyone who disapproves of the things that Gabbie does and says, the antis, if you will, are just a bunch of manipulative old bitches. But the truth is, we're not manipulative. We're just a bunch of old bitches with life experience who can see through all the transparent bullshit Gabbie Hanna is spewing out into the ether. Now, Gabbie herself has largely been silent for a good period of time. Once shit hit the fan, so to speak, what happened with my friends, acquaintances, and the community that I surround myself with is now sort of being brought to light and getting the attention that it deserved last year, which is good. Again, instead of opening up, making amends with those that Gabbie has hurt and affected. Gabbie has instead decided to start posting like nothing happened. Because that'll fix it. Acting like she didn't just have a 2-week temper tantrum that had very real effects on people. And not the
haters.
Not the people who she feels has done her a disservice in life, but the community of folks that have ADHD, community of folks who are neurodivergent, trans folks, victims of actual narcissistic abuse. To all of that, I'm here to say,
no.
Not this time. Sorry, we're not doing this. We are not all going to sit idly by this time while Gabbie Hanna pretends that she found herself for the 800th time and is deserving of some chance to start over. I don't mean that Gabbie Hanna doesn't deserve a chance to start over. Everyone does. However, you have to make amends first. She is always trying to go to the end result without doing the work required in between. And it's not gonna fucking fly this time. I'm sorry. She was spouting off about being armed to the teeth with this docu-series that was just gonna fucking blow everybody away and prove to everyone that she is the victim in every situation. We are not gonna pretend that she didn't use mental illness like some proverbial sawed-off shotgun to do real damage and trigger real people. Not the people that she was ranting about in her Instagram stories, not just those people, but real people who actually were fans of her. She hurt a lot of fucking people. Take a scroll through the comments on any of these videos that I've done in the past couple months. You'll see them. They're there. They're opening up about the real damage that this woman has done in just a few short weeks. This is not gonna be another sob story. I found myself again. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I was silenced and I'm finally standing up for myself. We're not doing this line of bullshit again. Because now the internet has become acutely aware of what my friends and I have seen certainly over the past year. These are patterns of behavior. And unfortunately for Gabbie, this time a little bit too much damage was done. And in the process of this damage, it uncovered a lot of the things that my friends and I have been screaming about into the internet ether for the past year. I'm sorry, Big Karen, but this time is different. What will it take for Gabbie Hanna to come back from this? In my opinion, change. Real change. Not the pretend kind, not the I'm good right now, but I'm gonna snap off on social media soon because I have something to sell you. Real, actual, for real, consistent change. Not some sob story painting Gabbie Hanna as the victim. Not a mental health journey as a way to explain away bad behavior. Not a 45-minute video with 18 ad rolls full of just lies and bullshit. Take apologies, a lot of them, to all the people she has hurt publicly. And none of these apologies should have reasoning, explanation, mental health, or the word but in them, or any of its variants. However, maybe classier, but it is still not welcome here. Gabbie Hanna needs, as a gross man once said, a slice of humble pie as big as the Eiffel Tower. And if she can't choke that the fuck down, then she needs to sit down, shut up, and join an MLM or something, because clearly this industry is not for her. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? It's called Arbonne. To be fair, I think she'd actually be a really good Scentsy salesperson. It'd be groovy if Gabbie could just like grow up, take some accountability, but like the real kind, you know, not like the Shane Dawson kind or like the Jimmy Chuck kind, you know, like for real. Set a better example for all these people that like follow you and like enjoy what you do. Maybe like an audience would like grow with her rather than realizing that they've outgrown her because she's like permanently like a 16-year-old drama queen with a demo that's about in that age bracket. To even see her grow into an actual mental health advocate instead of like some snarky condescending Karen who just wants to prove everybody wrong, show everyone how fucking right she is. I do not think the internet will have her back until she makes proper amends. It's at least a shred of real accountability for her absolutely shit behavior and apologizes publicly, not just to the people she's hurt this year, to the communities that she's affected, as well as everyone she hurt last year. Jen Dent, Jessie Smiles, Hello Leash, Trisha Paytas, Oscar Wilde, Rachel Oates, Dom DeAngelo, the entirety of the ADHD and neurodivergent communities, Wario, Blanche from the Golden Girls, the entire cast of Cheers, and of course, Beyonce. Because of course. Got a lot of apologies to make. It's gonna take her at least 8 months to get there. What do you think? What are your thoughts? How do you think this is gonna go? Do you think Gabbie's still gonna release this series? I sure as fuck don't. And if she does, it's gonna be pared down to next to nothing. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I wanna hear them. Or read them.
Gimme 'em.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like this video, point the finger, pull the trigger, smash that fucking dislike button. Ooh, dogs. Subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Turn on post notifications if you want to trick people into thinking you're getting a text when really you're just getting a notification of an annoying video that you have no desire to watch anyway. My social media is linked down below. All I ask is that you not be an asshole. I hope you have a fabulous day. And I'll see you in the next one.